Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors. Then please remain standing as UW Stevens Point seniors Monica Deloy, Peter Hyde, and Riza Tetzloff sing our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Good morning. I'm Bertie Patterson, and it's my honor to serve as Chancellor at University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. And on behalf of the faculty and the staff and our students, I'll welcome you to the 2013 Spring Commencement Ceremony. Wow. Every time I hear that music, it doesn't matter whether it's today or if it was many years ago, I get goosebumps. And didn't they do a great job? Monica, Peter, and Russia. And our concert band, led by assistant professor, soon to be associate professor. I have that on from a good source. It'd be me. To Dr. Brendan Caldwell. They did a great job. Well done. Well, when you look around today and you see this venue transformed into what is before you right now, this doesn't happen overnight. In fact, it takes 3 full days and more than 100 of our faculty and staff to make this happen. And it's led by one person, but many, many pitch in. Brittany Rossman and the staff at University Relations and Communications, along with facilities and the IT department and many, many others across this campus, have made today possible. I think we should say thank you to them as well. Well, we want to extend our warmest greetings today on this very, very special occasion, probably the most important day in our academic year. A special thank you to parents and friends and family and supporters of our graduates. Today, we are graduating almost 1,350 of our students, 1,346 to be exact, in this graduating class. And they are here in large measure because of the sacrifices you have made to help them realize their dreams. So graduates, you thought class was over and you had taken your last test. But there's one more lecture. That's this morning, and it's right now. And there's going to be a test. Just wait, give it 3 minutes, and you'll see. But graduates, few of you, maybe 1 or 2, but most of you got here because of your hard work, but because also of all the others that have stood beside you and behind you and with you during those trying times. There were husbands and wives that kind of made do with dinner because you had to prepare term paper. There's brothers that missed playing video games with you because you had to prepare a research paper. There are sisters that missed hanging out with you. There are good friends that wanted to go shopping with you perhaps, but they had to wait because you had to study. So I want to take a moment for you to say thank you to them, but not quite yet. First, I want to ask in the audience all the parents and step-parents of our graduates, if you would stand and remain standing, if you'll just bear with me for a moment, but if all the mothers and fathers, stepmothers, stepfathers, would you please stand up? And now if you would be joined by the grandparents and the great-grandparents, if you would stand. And the brothers and the sisters of our graduates, please stand up. Please remain standing. Husbands and wives, please stand. And children and grandchildren of our graduates. And now the uncles and the aunts and the nephews and the nieces and all the other relatives, please stand. Friends, neighbors, anybody that just wandered in off the street. And if you can't stand, that's okay. Just wave your arms frantically in the air. Graduates, now I want you to look around. But more than that, I want you to look inside, deep inside yourself. And for a moment, I want you to remember those who are not here with us today, those who have gone on. And I want you to think, just for a moment, what their love and support and caring has meant to you during your time here at the university. Graduates, these are the shoulders upon which you stand today. And so now, for your test, I want you to say thank you. I want you on your feet, and I want them to hear you at UW Whitewater. Up, up, up. I can't hear you. Fantastic. Please be seated, everyone. Thank you for participating in that. We can't say thank you too much. Graduates, I want you to do one more thing. I know you have them. You got those cell phones, those mobile devices. You probably have, most of you have them out right now, texting the person 3 rows down. So if you haven't, if you're the minority out there that doesn't have it in your hand already, get it out. And I want you to send a text to your mom or to your significant other. And it says, and I'm going to dictate it for you. It says, thank you. I love you. I'm going to give you 15 seconds to get that done. Well, when you leave today and you're doing those congratulated hugs, just pause a little longer. Whisper in the ear what today means to you. Now, normally, I would have included the faculty and the staff in all of this, but I wanted to say something particularly special about them. I have a letter here. It's not very long, and I'd like to read it to you. It's from a parent of one of our current students. We'll call her Lisa for today. And it's dated April the 19th, 2013. And she begins, Dear Chancellor, my daughter Lisa is a freshman on campus. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for a wonderful university. UWSP has large university benefits such as numerous opportunities, organizations, and exceptional educational experiences, as well as the qualities of a small private college, a holistic educational approach, small classroom sizes, and opportunities to create personal relationships with staff and professors. This brings me to the reason for my letter. There is one individual that has made a tremendous impact on my daughter's life, and I would like to acknowledge him. Lisa met Mike Pagel. Mike is an academic staff member here at the university. She met Mike Pagel through a college fair at McHenry County College in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Yes, I said Illinois. Almost 2 years ago. Lisa was reluctant to attend the college fair. She was unsure what she wanted to do and had even mumbled that she didn't want to go to college. I encouraged her to go with an open mind and a list of questions. She explored the different booths and encountered Mike. While she talked with Mike, he miraculously pulled information and passion from within her that I do not believe she knew she had. This one small conversation began a journey of growth and passion. Lisa began her college searches and campus visits. Her entire attitude changed regarding high school and the importance of ACT scores. She began to enjoy her classes and greatly improved her grade point average. I couldn't believe the change in my daughter. I emailed Mike to thank him, and this began a string of information and sources of encouragement and support. Lisa is my eldest child, therefore, this was a new and stressful experience for me. I had numerous questions, and Mike responded to each and every one, no matter how trivial. We toured UWSP during freshman orientation session. Mike took the time from his busy schedule to speak with us. His passion about UWSP was contagious. All other college campuses that we had previously visited fell by the wayside. Lisa knew where she belonged, and I felt at ease with a strong feeling that she would be safe and had someone to watch her back. That is exactly what Mike has done since her first day on campus. He periodically checks on her emails information and resources to her, and has been a wonderful support to her. She feels so comfortable going to him with any questions or concerns. Mike has gone above and beyond. Lisa now has a love for education and a passion for her future. 3 years ago, I had a daughter I could not motivate. Now, I have to rope her in and contain her from all the different paths she would like to pursue. UWSP has a passionate, compassionate, and incredible representative. I cannot thank Mike Pagel enough. Sincerely, a grateful parent. There are stories like Lisa's throughout this university, from biology to the humanities to education and business, the health professions, the natural resources, the fine arts. Through the departments and the colleges of this university, there are faculty and staff like Mike Pagel who make this fine university what it is today. And so I think it would be entirely appropriate to thank Mike and all the faculty and staff that he represents. Now, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the platform party. And if you would please hold your applause until they're all standing. And I'll begin with Dr. Christine Thomas, Dean of the College of Natural Resources, Dr. Christopher Sermo, Dean of the College of Letters and Sciences, Mr. Chris Richards, Vice Chancellor for University Advancement, Mr. Greg Deemer, Vice Chancellor for Business Affairs, Dr. Al Thompson, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, and Dr. Greg Summers, our Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, newly appointed as of yesterday to this position after having served 2 years as our interim Provost. Other members of the platform party will be introduced later in the program. Please acknowledge their contributions to the university. Thank you. Graduates, commencement, as the word indicates, marks the beginning. And you're full of many emotions today, I know. Feelings of sadness, feelings of anxiety, but also feelings of great joy. Commencement is a proud time for parents and for family. It's also a proud time for our faculty and our staff. Commencement also marks a time for new responsibilities, a time to start paying it forward, graduates, where you can make a difference. And there will be hundreds of opportunities throughout life. You will find them at animal shelters and at schools, at food pantries, nursing homes and hospitals, cleanup of our rivers and our lakes. You only have to look, and you'll see them. It's a time to support your community and to exercise your responsibilities as members of this community, be it at the polls or through volunteer work, making life better for a neighbor. You've gotten a great start here at the university in the thousands of hours you've already volunteered. But as you leave here today, you should make a pledge to yourself that that's only the beginning. You'll find yet another example in your program where many of you and your parents have already started to give back to the university and to the students who will follow behind you. Now, let us celebrate commencement together. To introduce the other distinguished members of our audience and graduating class, may I present once again our Provost, Dr. Greg Summers.
Thank you, Chancellor Patterson, and good morning, graduates. It is the faculty of our university who are primarily responsible for determining academically who will join the ranks of our graduating class today. I want to thank both our retired and emeritus faculty and staff and our current teaching faculty and staff for their leadership and dedication to teaching, research, and community service. Will our retired, emeritus, and current faculty and staff stand, please, and let us recognize you once again. We appreciate your continuing support of UW-Stevens Point. Please stand. Thank you. You can be seated. I would also like to thank specifically the faculty from the College of Letters and Science and the College of Natural Resources who are serving as marshals today. Our Grand Marshal for today's ceremony is Jerry Ring, Professor of Paper Science and Engineering. Our faculty marshals include Brenda Lackey, Associate Professor of Human Dimensions of Natural Resource Management, and Jennifer Collins, Assistant Professor of Political Science. Our student marshals include Jacob Prater, Assistant Professor of Soil and Waste Resources, and Karen Bodensteiner, Associate Professor of Biology. Todd Huspany, Associate Professor of Biology, will read the graduates' names. Karen Biasca, Professor of Paper Science and Engineering, will be announcing today. Thank you all for your help with this ceremony. As part of this occasion, we give special recognition to those students who have truly excelled both in and out of the classroom. Today, I am pleased to introduce several groups of outstanding graduating seniors. We're going to begin with those members of the Army ROTC program who were commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army last night. These students have completed leadership and military courses in addition to their required courses. Will the newly commissioned second lieutenants in attendance please stand and remain standing as I read your names? Scott Heffernan, Brad Kosky, John Vandenheuvel. These officers join a proud tradition in this country dating back to 1776. I would like to ask the members of the audience who are serving or who have served in the armed forces to stand with these newly commissioned lieutenants so that we might recognize you for your service to this country. Please stand. Thank you. Thank you very much for your service. You may be seated. Now I'd like to recognize members of our 2013 graduating class who have received the Chancellor's Leadership Award. Will the Chancellor's Leadership Award recipients please stand and remain standing while I comment on the award? The Chancellor's Leadership Award honors those graduating seniors who have demonstrated significant leadership, who have provided meaningful campus and community service, and who have shown a commitment to personal growth throughout their careers at this university. The names of these outstanding students are listed in the commencement program. Congratulations to each one of you. You may, we'll say thank you first, I should say. Now you may be seated. Will Phi Kappa Phi members please stand? Phi Kappa Phi is a national honor society that encourages superior scholarship in all academic disciplines and recognizes those persons of good character who have excelled in scholarship. The names of these outstanding students are also noted in the commencement program. Congratulations to each one of you. You may be seated. Members of another group of outstanding students are recognized as recipients of the Academic Honors Award. The faculty has established a program of academic honors to recognize undergraduate students for outstanding academic achievement. Graduation honors are awarded on the basis of grade point average for all courses attempted. There are 3 levels of academic honors: cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. Will those students graduating today with an overall grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74 please stand? These students are graduating cum laude. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will those students graduating with an overall grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89 please stand? These students are graduating magna cum laude. Please be seated. Now, among this morning's graduates, there are 25 students at this ceremony who have earned a grade point average of 3.9 or above, a summa cum laude designation. I will read their names in alphabetical order. Please stand as I read your name. Lance Abe, Devin Christensen, Dustin Kramer, Rebecca Danchik, Tracy Devroy, Mackenzie Egan, Marie Fargo, Rachel Getz, Eric Geistart, Ruth Gervais, Amanda Kilpanen, Benjamin Larson, Danielle Lee, Alexandra Maybe, Catherine Marichal, Tess Radke, Emma Radosevich, Lori Roosh, Clarissa Santiago, Mitchell Saha, Shannon Stover, Kayla Stubbe, Erica Swenson, and Nicholas Walters. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding students. Congratulations, and you may be seated. Now, we are very fortunate to have a dedicated and talented faculty and staff who are filled with enthusiasm both for their disciplines and for their students. They care about each student, whether the student is struggling or succeeding. Many of them provide rich learning experiences for students while engaging in significant research and community outreach endeavors that require long hours outside the classroom and office. Each year, a number of these exceptional individuals are selected by their colleagues and students to be recipients of Excellence Awards for their teaching, scholarship, and service. Some of our University Award recipients are here this morning with us today. If they are in attendance, I ask them to stand and remain standing as I read their names. Karin Bodensteiner, Jason Diacchioli, Christian Deem, Patrick Lawrence, and Gina Magyar-Mo each received the Excellence in Teaching Award. Elia Armakanki-Tapaki, David Chan are the recipients of the University Scholar Award. Beverly David and Leslie Midkiff DeBush are recipients of the University Service Award. Tom Charlesworth received the Academic Staff Excellence Award, and Betsy Graham won the Academic Staff Spirit of Community Service Award. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding faculty and academic staff. You may be seated. It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. Al Thompson to the podium. Al is the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, and he will now introduce the James H. Albertson Medallion recipients.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning, graduates. I now invite the following individuals, if present, to stand as I call your name, and please stay standing. Book Allen, Bethany Bauer, Danielle Berger, Devin Christensen, Shannon Connors, Elisa Dimmitz, Allison Dwyer, Marie Fargo, Jennifer Hack, Brittany Melby, Alexandra Mueller, Kayla Nelson, Shelia Rogers, Callie Samuelson, Erica Swenson, Mark Vach, Elizabeth Westcott. These students are now among the 702 graduate seniors since 1967 who have received the James H. Albertson Medallion, giving in memory of James Albertson, the 8th president of this university. Basically 1% of our graduating class. James Albertson emphasized the importance of outstanding out-of-class experiences and learning, and challenged students to be totally involved in the university and the community. The medallion given to these students in a special ceremony last evening is based on outstanding excellence in leadership, scholarship, campus and community involvement, and service, and commitment to personal and professional growth. Join me at this moment in graduating these individuals for their outstanding achievements. You may please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce once again Chancellor Bernie Patterson.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor Thompson. We are honored today to have as our spring commencement speaker Dr. B-Lang Chua, a 1977 alumnus of UW-Stevens Point. B-Lang's leadership experiences began while she was a student here at UW-Stevens Point. She, along with Mark and Constance Fain, founded the International Weekend, which eventually became the Portage County Cultural Festival. Now in its 21st year, this free festival was held last weekend at the Stevens Point Area Senior High School. It attracts in a one-day event more than 15,000 visitors and features more than 50 different ethnic groups. Bea had the opportunity to come back and visit that festival this past weekend, and she was there when it was over, standing side by side with John and Patty Noel, collecting trash, moving tables, cleaning up, as she did all those years ago. What a great role model for our students in our community. She now resides in Honolulu. Bea Lang is the Executive Director of HiBeam, the Hawaii Business Entrepreneur Acceleration Mentors. This organization helps technology, biotechnology, and life science companies get started to help fuel Hawaii's economic growth. Previously, she was the first Executive Director of the Entrepreneur Center at Hawaii's Pacific University and at the Chinese University in Hong Kong. In recognition for her professional accomplishments, Bea Lang was named the UW Stevens Point Distinguished Alumnus of the College of Fine Arts and Communications in 2010. She also holds degrees from Ohio University. UW Stevens Point class of 2013 and guests, will you please join me in thanking and acknowledging our commencement speaker, Dr. Bea Lang Chua. Bea Lang.
Aloha. Aloha. Great, you know how to do it. Well, I want to thank Chancellor Patterson and his team for their warm and gracious hospitality. It has been a heartwarming homecoming that affirms my pride as an alumnus of this wonderful university. Chancellor Patterson, distinguished deans and vice chancellors, graduating students, families, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so overjoyed to be here and honored to be your commencement speaker. Let me make a confession. I've always looked to commencement speeches for inspiration and instruction. Sounds quite strange. Before the days of YouTube, I would listen to audio recordings, find them in prints at the library, can you believe it? And even attended them when I could. But I've never imagined that I would be giving one myself and to all of you. Chancellor Patterson could have invited a celebrated artist, the president, a world leader, but I was to be the one for you, and I treasure this opportunity. In preparing this address, I asked the graduating students in Hawaii this question: what would you like to hear in a commencement speech? Do you want the scary news of how long it will take to start your careers in today's economy, or that competition for jobs will be fierce? They said, no, not the scary stuff. We want to be inspired, to hear stories that would motivate us. Then I asked the parents, who are friends and business associates with children who are graduating. They said, we want to hear that our children will be fine and that they are prepared and ready to face a future new and unknown to them. It would be safe to say that graduates and families all over the country and all over the world share the same concerns. So graduates, please be assured that you have the tools and foundation for this new start. You should be confident that 4 years of an excellent, all-rounded college education and a technical knowledge of a chosen field is more than sufficient. I would like to give this message and ask you to see it as a boost of a high-potency energy drink that students take while studying for exams. But I hope that this boost of energy or resolve will be long-lasting, much longer than 5 hours. This is because my message had its beginning at this university. So my message to all of you is this: be entrepreneurial where you are. You've heard how important entrepreneurship is to this country as an engine for economic recovery. New businesses create jobs, and if the trend is positive, It tells us that the economy is on an uptake. Think like an entrepreneur. Have a vision that embodies what you deeply care about and where you want to go with it. Deep down in your hearts, you know what it is. Feel like an entrepreneur. The passion for your vision is a fuel that will bring you through the tough times. Act like an entrepreneur. Exercise your initiative and curiosity, respond to opportunities, and execute your vision with a plan. The word entrepreneur is taken from the French to describe a person who organizes and operates a business and takes on the financial risk to do so. Now, in your mind, you may be thinking, I need a job, not to start a business when I've just graduated. You're right. So here is another way of looking at what it is to be entrepreneurial where you are. Let me offer you my favorite definition of entrepreneurship by Professor Jeff Timmons. Entrepreneurship is the ability to create and build something from practically nothing. It is the ability to sense an opportunity where others see chaos, contradiction, and confusion. So to create, to build something from nothing, to sense an opportunity where others do not, these are the attitudes and skills that you can apply right now to your present situation, where you're beginning a new job or still looking for one. It doesn't say that you have to start a new business. You can be entrepreneurial where you are right now and take charge of your destiny. My entrepreneurial learning began when I was still an undergraduate. Dr. Marcus Fang, my foreign student advisor and mentor, gave me the challenge to launch the International Weekend with the goal of promoting cross-cultural awareness and understanding on campus. Since this had never been done before, I had to begin from scratch. I said yes because of the great respect for Dr. Fang's wisdom and foresight. But I also said yes because it just felt right and good. It took a year to turn that idea into reality, from research, conversing with many people, and treating them to join and contribute, to building the team, raising money, to marketing and getting the word out, and finally to execute 2.5 days of events celebrating Stevens Point cultural diversity. As Chancellor Patterson said, today the International Weekend is transformed into the Portage County Cultural Festival, affectionately called Cultural Fest, an annual event attended by up to 15,000 and manned by almost 500 volunteers. That year-long endeavor in 1976 was an entrepreneurial adventure. We had started a social enterprise that has grown to be more vibrant today and loved by the communities in central Wisconsin. I tasted the triumph of thinking big and having the audacity to take on a challenge that was definitely daunting. Although it wasn't apparent at the time of graduation, but looking back, it did help me step out into the world more prepared. I truly believe that everyone here has the capacity to build an entrepreneurial mindset and apply it towards the next stage of your life. In your new job, look for opportunities to be creative and more resourceful. I won't be surprised if some of you have dreams of starting a business soon after graduation or already have done so. I'd like to share my beliefs on what matters most when faced with an opportunity. If it resonates well for you, do take it as yours. When you are presented with an opportunity, consider this: that the challenge requires you to step out into the unknown. Instead of being fearful, gravitate towards things that don't have answers all lined up. As each facet of the unknown is overcome, you are building and broadening your knowledge base. You see, many of us tend to run from problems because they are messy and uncomfortable. The reality is that every problem has a solution, and that solution may be the opportunity for a venture or business to create income and wealth. Think about all the products and services that came about as a response to a problem. Drugs and medical devices, often have their origins at universities as research, and it takes the entrepreneurial process to recognize how the research can help solve a real-life health problem and bring it to the marketplace where many will benefit. In the midst of uncertainty, seek knowledge that will help explain the problem. I believe that information is the antidote for fear. Seek advice from people with the experience and the expertise, and with new eyes, you will discover the solution. Please accept an opportunity that has global potential. Many of my endeavors in education, work, and community service have an international dimension. It's important to be part of something big and global. To ensure prosperity, the United States must be fully engaged in international trade and exporting. I have met young people and Americans in Asia who love the work that connects them to the world. I hope that you will anticipate a career that takes you outside your home country. At the College of Letters and Science, there are researchers working on better methods of fish farming that could also benefit aquaculture in Southeast Asia. The College of Natural Resources has an important role in teaching its graduates to ensure that forests are managed sustainably in order to respond to global demand for its timber products. Cultural Fest is Stevens Point's gift to the world, nurturing at least 3 generations of the community to embrace internationalism. To think, feel, and act entrepreneurially will give you a boost towards your career journey. To see the world as a place to be connected for work and relationships will put you far ahead in the race. So let me end on a scary note and cautionary note. There is a dark side to entrepreneurship. Think of all the businesses that hurt people and the planet. Entrepreneurship can be used for evil, as in the trafficking of people and drugs. There is destruction of waterways, habitats, livelihoods, and resources for profit in the name of being enterprising. Guy Kawasaki, who wrote The Art of the Start, suggested 3 ways to create positive value in your choice of action. 1, to increase the quality of life. We know that art and music conveys beauty and make the spirit soar with joy. 2, to right a wrong, that is to cure a disease, remove suffering. And 3, to prevent the end of something good, such as to protect and restore the environment. These good works will become your legacy. So here is your challenge. Be entrepreneurial where you are and develop a personal enterprise statement that embodies the following. Remember the Starship Enterprise on Star Trek? So boldly go where no one has gone before. Be fearless. And while you may not yet be going into space, you can definitely fly to another country and embrace your global citizenship. Be optimistic in your attitude towards opportunities and problems. Take the initiative to reach out to people, old and new. Have real conversations, and not just communicate in sound bites. I know that you text your mom just now, so you can do that. You can text and Twitter, but have real conversations with people. Be able to bring a vision to life. Say this to yourself: I am the sole proprietor of the rest of my life. You, Inc. And most important, do no harm to yourself and others. Instead, create positive value in your work, relationships, and in the world. It's no surprise that entrepreneurial skills are, after all, life skills. So I wish you the best that life can offer you in the road ahead. And may your decisions bring you success, more learning, and happiness. Congratulations.
Wow. Star Trek. I was just thinking about going to the movie myself. Dr. Chua, thank you for your inspirational and timely address to our graduates. Please give her another round of applause for the outstanding work. It's at this time that we now invite up our student speaker for today. I am pleased to introduce the student chosen by the committee to be your spring 2013 class speaker, Shannon Gildersleeve. Shannon is from West Allis and majored in biology with minors in chemistry and captive wildlife. She is the daughter of Denise and Jeffrey Gildersleeve. Would the members of her family please stand to be recognized? Thank you so much. Thank you. Shannon is actually following in her dad's footsteps at UW-Stevens Point, as he graduated a wildlife and natural resources degree in 1983. While at UWSP, Shannon was active with the Wildlife Society as a project leader and was co-president of the Veterinary Society. She's also was a student tutor, a mentor, and honors intern at the Tutoring Learning Center. Her future plans include attending veterinary school and to become a doctor of veterinary medicine as well as a volunteer physician at a wildlife rehabilitation center. Please help me to welcome Shannon Gildersleeve.
Hello, and welcome once again to UWSP's Spring Commencement Ceremony. I'm so excited to be here with all of you because UWSP is a college that is very dear to my heart. I'm supposed to talk to you today about graduation, but what does graduation really mean? There's a definition in almost every dictionary, but if you ask the young men and women sitting here today, they might give you a different answer. Some will tell you it means to move on. Others will tell you to advance to a certain level. A chemist will tell you that graduation is the system used to mark measurements on glassware. By that definition, we all have something in common with my measuring cups. So what does graduation mean? Over the years of work and study, it can come to seem like just another day, just a piece of paper, or just some ceremony. But if you look closer, it is so much more than that. This day means something different to each of us. We all have different backgrounds, talents, and viewpoints that have shaped our time here. Everyone has a different goal in mind. For some of us, this is just a stepping stone in their pathway, with further training and study still to come. For others, this is the doorway to the rest of their professional life. They leave here ready to step into their careers and make a difference. And for some of us, this is a pathway whose destination is still unknown. But everyone sitting here is a 2013 pointer, and that means we have what it takes. You have what you need to overcome any obstacles you encounter. No matter what, we all leave here as pointers. Our degrees and plans may be different, but we have experiences that make the UW-Stevens Point class of 2013 unique. We were here for Mayan Doomsday, and then were disappointed when we still had to do homework the next day. We were here for the meteor showers, for Hurricane Sandy, and yes, even Gangnam Style. Over our time here, we have spent late nights in the brew house, we've explored Schmeekley Reserve, and we've all gotten lost at least once in the science building. Admit it. We've even camped out at Belts when the weather was colder than the ice cream. Most of all, we made memories. So what does graduation mean? You define it. Your experiences, your hopes, and your endeavors. The truth is, without the students, there would be no graduation. You got here through late nights, too many cups of coffee, nail biting, and way too many tests. You're here because of the professors who mentored you, the family and friends who supported you, and most of all, your drive and determination. Graduation doesn't end here. It stays with you for life. No matter where you go after this, you will always be a pointer. So go out there and define it. Show the world what it means to be a 2013 pointer. Bring your passion, your intelligence, your knowledge, and your creativity. You will need it. Remember that no matter what happens after this, you have what you need. You can go out there and overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. Congratulations, class of 2013, and welcome to life as a graduate. It is now my pleasure to introduce alumna Mary Westcott, a 1975 graduate and member of the UW-Stevens Point Alumni Association Board of Directors, which she has served since 1997. Mary works as a counseling program manager for the UW-Stevens Point Small Business Development Center. While a UW-Stevens Point student, she was a student manager of the University Center, wrote for the Pointer, and was involved with the campus radio and television stations. Please help me welcome Mary Westcott.
Thank you, Shannon. Greetings to you all on behalf of the UWSP Alumni Association. Shannon said it best, be proud to be a Pointer. It is my honor this morning to lead the UW-Stevens Point Alumni Pinning Ceremony. Graduates, when you processed into the ceremony today, you each received a UW-Stevens Point lapel pin attached to your name card. Please get out your lapel pin at this time. You will note that your pin has on it the image of the cupola. The cupola is the architectural pinnacle of the university's very first building, affectionately referred to as Old Main. For nearly 120 years, the cupola has stood as the iconic symbol of this university. It represents UW-Stevens Point's past, present, and future. It serves as a guiding light of opportunity for students, alumni, staff, visitors to our community, and our community members. Now, graduates, it is time for the pinning. Please turn to the person next to you. You may have had a class with this person, or this may be your very first opportunity to say hello, but you are already connected as UWSP Pointers. At this time, I ask you to secure the pointer connection by attaching your lapel pin to your neighbor's gown, and your neighbor will attach their lapel pin to your gown. You can do it. I invite my daughter Elizabeth to come forward now, who is graduating also today, to exchange pins with me. Graduates, please exchange pins. How's it going out there? Graduates, as Shannon said, I ask that you always wear this pin with pride. Cherish the memories of the times that you've had here at this university. When you step into your new lives and meet fellow Pointers, please pause and say hello and connect. If you see a Pointer not wearing a pin, please offer yours. Give them yours, and then contact by email or phone the UW Stevens Point Alumni Affairs Office, and will be glad to replace the pin that you have shared. Tonight will be very special. The cupola that stands atop of Old Main will be awash in purple and gold in honor of this pinning ceremony and your graduation. Congratulations, class of 2013.
Thank you very much, Mary. We are now ready to confer the degrees. Will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? Chancellor Patterson, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, it is my privilege to present the May 2013 candidates for the master's degree. The graduate faculty and I recommend that, contingent upon the completion of all degree requirements, each candidate be conferred with the master's degree and in testimony thereto be given the diploma of this university.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, and upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty of this university, I confer upon you the master's degree with all the honors and privileges that pertain thereto. Congratulations.
Candidates, please remain standing. Faculty representatives who will be participating in the hooding ceremony, please meet your candidate at the ramp. Marshals, please escort the master's degree candidates forward.
These are the master's degree candidates. Our first candidate is Kate Warzala. She is hooded by Dr. Barbara Dixon. These are Masters of Science and Natural Resources in the College of Natural Resources. And our next candidate is Yanina Yankabaki, hooded by Dr. Kristen Flores. Heather Jensen, also hooded by Dr. Kristen Flores. Valerie Johnson. Jeffrey H. Peck. Jamie Ryan Bunting, hooded by Dr. Brenda Lackey. Eileen Patricia Davis, also hooded by Dr. Brenda Lackey. Megan Espy. Leanna Jackin, also hooded by Dr. Brenda Lackey. Jenica Scow. Joseph Dietrich, hooded by Dr. Jason Riddle. Julia Sarah Dodd, hooded by Dr. Corky McReynolds. Christopher Stephen Homeister, also hooded by Dr. Corky McReynolds. Eve Smallwood, also hooded by Dr. McReynolds. Travis Karshnick, hooded by Dr. James Cook. Anthony K. Sharp, hooded by Dr. Aaron Thompson.
Good morning, graduates and guests. My name is Chris Sirmo. I'm the Dean of the College of Letters and Science at University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. Will all candidates for degrees in the College of Letters and Science please stand? Chancellor Patterson, these students are candidates for Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Associate degree in the College of Letters and Science. I recommend that, contingent upon successful completion of their requirements, they receive the diploma of this university and that the appropriate degree be conferred upon each of them. Candidates, you may be seated.
Good morning. I'm Christine Thomas, the Dean of the College of Natural Resources. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in the College of Natural Resources please stand? Chancellor Patterson, these students are candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in the College of Natural Resources. I recommend that, contingent upon successful completion of the requirements, they receive the diploma of this university and that the Bachelor of Science degree be conferred upon each of them. Now, will all the baccalaureate and associate degree candidates from both the College of Letters and Science and the College of Natural Resources please stand for conferral?
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, and upon the recommendation of the faculty of this university, I confer upon you the baccalaureate or associate degree with all the honors and privileges that pertain thereto. Congratulations.
Candidates, you may be seated. Marshals, please escort the baccalaureate and associate degree candidates forward by row.
The following are representative or candidates from the College of Letters and Sciences for bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Arts. Catherine Allen. Derek Amel. Joshua Andrezen. Denisha Marissa Avery. Samantha Baker. And Andrew Barton. Susan Bayorjan. Kelsey Brandt. Allison Broadhagen Bundick. Steve Budnick. Ryan Buffton. Jonathan Christian. Devin Christensen. Janessa Clement. Elizabeth Kanan. Taylor Mare Dalby. John Danasha. Chelsea DeSantos. Shannon Grace Dunau. Rochelle Dearson. Kayla Eckes. Carly Brianna Genesee Farrell. Stephen Fleischman. Catherine Gillis. Aubrey Giordana. Ian Girdley. Jacqueline Faye Grafagna. Vanessa Grabowski. Deontay Deuce Griggs. Juliana Aaron Hagan. Kimberly Hall. Scott Halperin. Hannah Haltom. Monica Hantke. Clayton Harrison. Natalie Hartfield. Jenna Ray Heading. Jenna Riani Helminski. Claire Harritz. Amanda Haft. Courtney Hose. Anna Huffman. Jacob Jasinski. Reed Jolin. Dana Cage. Peter J. Kahn. Heather Kelly. Todd Kanowski. Amanda Kilpanen. Megan Kobach. Sarah Crone. Cassandra Kurzinski. Benjamin Larson. And Professor Emeritus John Larson will be presenting the diploma to his grandson. Dana LeVake. Danny Lee. Jordan Leto. Matthew Lopez. Maiku Lor. Matthew Lukow. Tuhu Lee. Aileen Lynch. Ashley Mackey. Brenda Malcor. Dan Maldonado. Amber Muhlmans. Katie Meyer. Peter Monk. Christy Nowitzki. Sayaka Nishino. Jennifer Oli. Heidi Paisler. Jeffrey Peterson. Noel Panasek. Gretchen Joan Powers. Emma Radosevich. William Ray. Bethany Jean Riley. Caleb Sanford. Giselle Sainke. Clarissa Santiago. Samantha Schmid. Rebecca Schmidt. Brianna Shepke. Eric Anthony Schreiber. Paige M. Selbo. Kimberly Shankland. Cassandra Marie Suravodka. Mitchell Slazewski. Colin Smith. Amy Snodieski. Nicole Stelzer. Kayla Sturkin. Amanda Stasinski. Sarah Steve. Shannon Stover. Danielle Stryzik. Amanda Sweet. Matthew Tebow. Emily Van Dyne. Jacob Vandeveld. Andres Villanueva. Sarah Voigt. Michael Vriesen. Jody Wagner. Andrea Rose Wagner. Emily Walquist. Abigail Wanzerski. Jordan Robert Washington. Monica Wayner. Dustin Wenstadt. Elizabeth Victoria Westcott. Lisa M. West. Keith Wixon. Edgar Waddell Wyman, Jr. Chi Wang Yang. Matthew Zreich. Jessica Zeiss. Morgan Zwick. The next are Bachelor of Science candidates within the College of Letters and Sciences. Sarah Adelson. Lance Abey. Brooke Allen. Elizabeth Altoff. Jessica Marie Armstrong. Scott Armstrong. Sean Baldwin. Travis Baptist. Ryan Barber. Mahamadou Barti. Ben Becker. Steve Bauer. Katie Lynn Baxter. Jeffrey Beagley. James Burden. Naputsagan Bunyu. Peter Bootsma. Sadie Bro. Stacy Bray. Joel Edward Brown. Taylor Brown. Brittany Beekle. Melinda Bullen. Denise Marie Calhoun. Margaret Cartwright. What's that? Cher Chang. Taylor Christian. Marlee Clark. Molly Klausing. Jessica Klein. Sarah Cobb. Samantha Grace Cole. Jacob Condon. Ben Conrad. Stephanie Cortez. Amy Crane. Kristen Crotto. Amanda Crowley. Eric Custer. Joshua Hiram Cutting. Amanda Dalkey. Tyler Dane. Tracy Devroy. Andrew Dietrich. Kathleen Dixon. Pete Doran. Michael Dvorak. Andrew Ross Early. Christopher Ernest. Mackenzie Egan. Jacob Ale. Caitlin Eisch. Joanne Elizalde. Cale Erickson. Davis Erickson. Lance Erickson. Justin Ernissi. Elise Ewers. Jordan Feast. Chelsea K. Fellman. Matthew Filtz. Amy Flatten. Justin Flash. Andrew Fogo. Christian Fredrickson. Silas Abert. Shannon Gildersleeve. Amanda Jean Gantner. Tessa Garr. Scott Gartman. Amanda Gauthier. Jamie Theodore Garwich. Eric Geisthard. Kyle George. Ruth Gervais. Dan Gilbert. Joe Gillis. Leslie Gitz. Amanda Glasspool. Samantha Greer. Sarah Google. Nicole Elizabeth Haluka. Brenna Hanley. Joel Harbury. Megan Haas. Taylor Haynes. Mimo Her. Aniste Held. Grant Hellestad. Karina Hendricks. Benjamin Hendrickson. Diego Hernandez. Jack Hessel. Nicholas Hill. Stephen Hillman. Miranda Hodgson. Jessica Hoffman. Catherine Hood. Melissa Hoskins. Jason Howard. Brittany Marie Ichkoski. Ryan Iverson. Matthew Allen Jackin. Stephanie Jansen. Sarah Jewell. Catherine Jenkins. Abby Jensen. Jasmine Johnson. Brad Kowski. Brandon Kirscher. Jennifer Kessler. Ashley Nicole Curley. Bradley Klein. James Clyest. Carly Jean Kleismith. Adam Wayne Knudsen. Cassidy Grace Colhagen. Jody Coleman. Emily Colbeck. Lydia Colbeck. Brandon Roy Kondo. Aaron Konachek. Peter Koyman IV. Adam Cordis. Charles Kraus. Christopher Krause. Robert Lass. Wade Larson. David R. Larson. Andrea Lawrence. Cindy Lee. John Lentz. Jordan A. Leonhardt. Stephanie Linsmeyer. Brian Long. Ku Lor. Mayu Lor. Melissa Lawrence. Brooke C. Loth. Naomi Love. Megan Looked. Kylie Lidke. Anna Lutz. Edward Lynch. Alexandra Maybe. Jeff Makovec. Maggie Mansky. Zin Pan. Ashley Meiske. Nissa Mackey. Catherine Marichelle. Antonio Marquez Barrientos. Joshua Moorer. Jessica Mauser. Nicole Maxwell. Adam McCauley. Ryan Mish. Christina Miller. Zachary Lewis Miller. Elizabeth Millman. Zachary Navin. Stephen Dake. Carissa Morzantia. Mark T. Mua. Samuel Nails. Michael Nielsen. Adam Neve. Eric Nielsen. Trent Ninas. Anna O'Keefe. Spencer Oberstadt. Alex Oloff. Abigail Olson. Laurel Linda Olson. Carly Ostrowski. Trina Pearson. Molly Peter Silka. Melanie Lee Peterson. Yasna Phelps. Sarah Peterson. Randy Pluckelman. Jason Prinsen. Matt Pritzel. Jordan Rahm. Angelica Rangel. Brittany Reitz. Caitlin Rhyme. Brennan Lee Rohde. Brian Richards. Alyssa Richland. Ellen Riedel. Grant Reister. Hector Manuel Rodriguez Castillo. Mary Rowe. Mackenzie Ronk. Amanda Ruzinski. Matt Ruzinski. Carly Ruggles. Elise Ruhoff. Lori Roosh. Jana Sari. Tracy Satoff. Elizabeth Sawchuk. Kelly Sheffen. Ryan Schenkel. Olivia Schiefelbein. Nicholas Schiltz. Rachel Schmitz. Allie Schrader. Jonathan Schuler. Jared Schuff. Julaine Schultz. Spencer Schultz. Jesse James Schultz. Zachary Schumann. Michael Seabrook. Catherine Seeds. Samantha Seidel. Logan Seipel. Spencer Siddons. Kevin Seams. Scott Michael Simpson. Anastasia Skrobish. Andrew Smalley. Eric Nolan Smogaleski. Renee Solden. Brian Southworth. Bradley Thomas Steckert. Jessica Steinbach. Alex Steve. Abby Strelo. Ben Strobel. Matthew Sumnicht. Bradley Swendrowski. Erica Swenson. Blake Swope. Andrea Shapinsky. Dylan Thibodeau. Brianna Thompson. Jennifer Torkelson. John Trebatowski. Megan Van Asten. Eric Van Beck. Megan Vandenbosch. John Vandenhovel. Abigail Vidal. Ben Wozleski. Jesse Watson. Christine Weber. Sam Weber. Oops, sorry. Megan Wecker. Andrew Wepner. Stephanie Wirch. Kirsten Wesner. Kelsey Weezy. Samantha Wimmer. Eric Winkleman. Kyle Wallenzine. Mitchell Wopat. Shu Young. C. Young. Yang Yang. Sarah Yonke. Taylor Young. Kyle Zach. The following are candidates for the Bachelor of Science from the College of Natural Resources. Aaron Moss. Adam Ash. Christopher Bartlett. James J. Bauer. Nicholas Paul Belland. Victoria Bertolami. Greg Blick. David Bilkey. Greg Buressa. Fred Bowen. Rory Brown. Andrew Brown. Allison Brush. Daniel J. Burns. Tyler Bushmaker. William Calkins. William Campbell. Lorelei Carroll. Brandon Cedarwall. Jacqueline Renee Christopher. Kevin Christorf. Robert Connor. Nicholas Crane. Anthony Crook. Craig Dantuan. Chelsea DeNoble. Alyssa DeRubis. Rebecca Dick. Sarah Drawer. Kyle Dunlap. Aaron Eberhardt. Amber Lee Everson. Jake Farrencrew. Marie Fargo. Jacob Raymond Farley. Ken Fayas Jr. Joel Feldhacker. Sarah Francart. Einer D. Franzen. Blake Frederick. Eli Garcia Rivera. Joel Goem. Jared Grandy. Ryan Griefey. John Grouch. Jennifer Gritner. Jason Halumbeck. Casey Hullum. Nathan Hanzelka. Daniel Harrington. Paul Hartrick. Parker Havens. Matthew Havlick. Samuel Hawkins. Scott Joseph Heffernan. Travis Hines. Jacob Hernandez. Travis Herman. Kevin Height. Benjamin Livingston Helena. Lane Holsworth. Michael Huber. Nicole Jacob. J.C. Jakubek. Laura Jaskowitz. Luke Johansson. Yoon Young. Philip Thomas Kekmar. Jeremy Call. Jacob Kaiser. Samuel Klemus. Hans Klopp. Jacob Kobernick. Samantha Kosher. Nick Krupp. Kristen Kuhn. Tommy Kusisto. Andrew LaChance. Jesse Lambert. Stuart Desiree Lanoy. Joshua Larson. Lucas Leahy. Austin Lee. David Leibel. Robert Lysecki. Ethan Lockhart. Jennifer Lupus. Cody A. McDonald. Nathan Martin. Sherilyn Mayer. Jordan McKellips. Jeffrey Metcalf. Melinda Miksch. Catherine Mortz. Lucas Michael Moreau. Justin Nooker. Paul O'Neill. Craig Aubry. Heather Olson. Kurt Olesko. Patrick Otero. Shantanu Pai. Kyle Palmer. Aaron Papy. Ryan Pappas. John Pliska. Tess Radke. Megan Radsky. Garrett Rewestall. Caitlin Bewestall. Ryan Rodenkirk. Sarah Roxbury. Danielle Rupp. Nicholas Salick. Mark T. Sass. Samuel Schellinger. Molly Schleif. Sarah Schließman and Professor Emeritus Bud Egan will be presenting the diploma to his granddaughter. Brian Schmidt. Zach Schmidt. Cody Schmidt. Jeremy Schrader. Matthew Eric Schultz. Wesley Shaw. Brittany Sear. Michael Spate. Garrett Spies. Anthony Stefka. Candace Stenzel. Andrew Stevens. Alec Sundalius. Stephanie Tank. Haley Templar. Brock Tetzloff. Ashley Thiel. Jeremy Thomas. Jake Tobin. Josh Tomlin. Erica Euchre. Douglas Scott Venhausen. Zachary Wechter. Melissa Sue Wanasek. Amanda Webb. Michael Weber. Jared Weiner. Alex Weiland. Sarah Wendell. Brandon Winiger. Elizabeth Westberg. Kate Wilcox. Allison Willman. Jeremy Zimmerman. Alyssa Zopfi. Adam Zerflu. And the following are candidates for the associate degree in the College of Letters and Science. Marky Kieser. And Abigail Meyer.
Graduates, you may move your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard to signify your graduation. Well, alumni, we hope you will always consider UW-Stevens Point as your home, a place to come back to often, a place to stay connected. We wish each of you continuing success and happiness in all that you do. We thank you for being with us today and help celebrate this great day in the life of the university and in your lives. Today, the legacy of this great university passes to you to represent and to carry forward. Lastly, it is the tradition of this university for the chancellor to give a charge to the graduates at the end of the commencement ceremony, so I will do just that. I ask you, graduates, what would you expect me to say to you this morning? Perhaps the same things that I've been thinking about. Perhaps you might expect me to say to you to go out and to be a leader, and you should. Maybe you might expect me to say, go and make good use of your education, and you should. Or perhaps you might expect me to say, go and make the world a better place, and you should. While these are thoughts, are certainly good ones and things we want you to do, they are being expressed at commencement ceremonies across this country. UW-Stevens Point is no ordinary university, and your experience here has been anything but ordinary. So I will say to you simply this: reach out to those who are alone. Speak up for those who have no voice. Stand up for those who cannot stand. One final thought. The day will come, it will surely come, when you are confronted with an ethical dilemma. There will be no one to show you the way. There will be no instruction manual. There will be no one to lean on, no one to ask. There will be no one to text, no one to call. You will feel more alone than perhaps you ever have in your entire life. And it is at that precise moment, when it is up to you and you alone, that you will have to lean on, to call upon, is your foundation in life. That is your education and your faith in God. Now go and be servant leaders. Godspeed.
Before we leave today, we now ask you to stand and join vocal performance major Risa Tetzloff of Oshkosh in singing our alma mater, The Purple and the Gold. She will be joined by the UW-Stevens Point Concert Band. And the words are printed on page 44 of your commencement program. Please stand.
Other schools are valuable, our victories galore, of laurels never lost, of triumphs by the score. Let them tell you of the prowess of warriors strong and bold. But the colors ever lower to the purple and the gold. Alma mater, our Wisconsin, dear Stevens Point we toast, recalling former times of challenge and repose on the banks of old Wisconsin. Alumni glorious
audience may now be seated. Marshals, please release our faculty and graduates by row after the platform party has recessed. The audience is asked to please remain seated during the recessional and until all graduates have left the Multi-Activity Center. Please do join us in a post-commencement reception at the DeBow Dining Center Fields, where refreshments will be served. Thank you and safe travels home.